guys, welcome back to Magic 3D Printing. So today we're going to answer the question, what in the heck is all this stuff all over my floor? Well, I'm sure most of you have guessed it from the title. This is an update for the Toys for Tots campaign. And this is the campaign we started in July. And before we get started, I want to make a special shout out to the folks at Ty&Say. When these folks heard about the campaign for Toys for Tots, they were very generous and shipped us quite a bit of filament. So everything that you're going to see today are things that we printed using their filament. I had some experience using their filament before. In fact, I did a review, and I'm really happy with this filament. In fact, for my models that I'm doing, I do most of that in white. And even though I've got a pretty good stock of the Ty&Say filament, I just recently ordered 5 more rolls. So these kind people made a big contribution to this effort. So keep it in mind when you want some good filament. If you haven't tried it, give it a try. Okay, so last year when we did the Toys for Tots campaign, we printed up a number of things for each child and decided we'd sort of bag everything up in gift bags. So we did something like this, but apparently this year we're going to have to do something a little larger bag or box or something, because as you can see, this is pretty full. So let's take a look at what we've done so far. Generally speaking, we have done about 2,000 hours of print time for the campaign. And things have come along very nicely. We've tried to be as organized as possible, so everything is bagged. If there's instruction required, we printed instructions to go along with it. So first thing that we did were these magnetic toys, and these were very simple to print. Like most magnetic toys, these are done so that you can make different shapes and build different things out of them. These are done with rare earth magnets, so these are really strong magnets, and I think this is going to be a sort of a neat novelty for the kids to play with. The next thing we did is what we call an air spinner, and the air spinner is just that. It's a spinner that's printed all in one piece, and basically it spins in all directions. It can also be blown on to spin it, so that's pretty cute. It's more of a fidget toy than anything else. Another item that we did, one of my favorites, is the robots. So these are bagged and basically just marked a little slip of paper inside that says "Snap and Fold Robot." I wasn't sure if that was going to be enough, but when my grandkids came over and saw a big box full of these, they immediately started putting them together with no problem. So I don't think any additional instructions hopefully will be necessary. The next item I have here is a top. Now this top was designed by a friend of mine over in England, Gary Yelland, known as Tacblades. This has a separate spindle obviously printed in it, and then it is surrounded by 5mm BBs. This, my grandkids really liked. This baby spins forever, so I think the kids are going to really enjoy that. Next item I have here is a magic trick. This is a magic block penetration trick. I'm not going to do it because I'm really not that good at it. But basically it's a little box that contains like a needle, a top with some holes in it, a bottom with corresponding holes, and inside there's a series of different colored blocks. And the whole idea is the person that you're performing the trick for picks a couple of blocks of a certain color, everything goes back in, the needle goes through, lid is on top, and basically when you flip it over, everything stays in except for the 2 particular blocks that the person selected. So that's a really fun trick, very easy to do. I think the kids are going to enjoy this one a lot. I know when I was a kid, I loved magic tricks. All right, next thing we've got here is another magic trick. And this is similar. This is a coin penetration trick where you basically take the coin, drop it in the box, put the lid on top, and put a bunch of little spikes down through the coin to do the penetration. And then when it's done, you pull the spikes back out and dump the coin out, still in one piece, and everything can be examined. So that's also going to be, I think, a big hit with the kids. This item is essentially a three-piece puzzle, and what we've done is we've included a cheat sheet in case the kids want to take a look at it and see how to get it done in case they get frustrated. So simple to print, 3 pieces, all actually identical, and we basically just mixed up the colors to make it a little more attractive. This, as you can probably guess, is a Spirograph. And for kids who are not familiar with a Spirograph, we've also included a set of instructions. Next piece we've got is a little card. These are pretty cool. For kids who like puzzles and building things, this is a little miniature bicycle. And when it's put together, it looks just like this. So this is pretty cool, very simple to print. Printed these 12 at a time on a CR10 and came out very nice. Similarly, there's another one, and as you can see, we've got a color cheat sheet in here. This is called Oscard, and this, when you assemble it, builds a little man, and the little man looks just like this guy here. And he's posable, and I just put him in a setting position so he could set on this little block over here. The last item, which I still have to finish assembling, is the Batman spinners. We did these last year, and I think were probably a big hit. We found some inexpensive 608ZZ bearings that fit in these. I basically have taken all those bearings and soaked those in paint thinner to remove any grease, and these spin really, really well. I also found some really neat caps that we'll be using that have a bat symbol on them. We did some in black, and there's some that we did in a gold filament, and that really makes the spinners look neat. So that's what we're doing this year. We've had a good response from the community so far. A number of people are also printing toys to ship to us. We've also had some folks in Canada who have decided, based on our videos, I guess, to do a sort of a Toys for Tots in Canada for the kids up there. So I thought that was really neat. I was very impressed that the guys in another country would take the time to set up an effort like this. So there's still time to get involved. The toys will be going to Toys for Tots sometime around the end of November. If you're interested in getting involved, I'm going to post a link to all the toys that I did. You're certainly welcome to print any kind of toys you think the kids might like. And so, like I said, those will be going out late November. I've also decided to donate my rockets that I printed. I printed about a half a dozen of these in an earlier video, basically showing changes that you could make to a CR10 and the effect it would have. And rather than printing a tiny little cube and saying, wow, look at all the changes this made, I decided to print something significant so you could really see the changes. So these rockets are going to go to Toys for Tots as well. If I have time, I might even do some airbrushing on these, and I thought that would be a lot of fun. So that's it. That's the update for Toys for Tots. I'd like to tell you a little bit about what we're going to be doing in some future videos. One of the things we're going to be doing is we're going to be covering the new clone Bondtech BMG extruder by Triangle Labs. That should be very interesting. I've already received it. The parts look really nice. The assembly looks pretty simple. So that's going to be, I think, of interest to a lot of people. One of the other things we're going to do is we're going to be testing a new magnetic flex build plate for the Ender 3. We've seen a lot of people talking about this, so we're going to install one and test it and give you guys our thoughts on it. Something else that we're going to be doing that I'm really excited about is we're going to be doing a spotlight from month to month on custom sculptors that are out there in the community. The first one's going to be on a gentleman named Venci Karov. He's a young sculptor out of Bulgaria. I've been printing some of his stuff, and it's pretty amazing. I think you're really going to enjoy that. And to top it all off, next month we have the new Palette 2 Professional coming in. We're going to be working with that. I also have received some special dissolvable filament for supports. So we've got a lot of great stuff coming up. I hope you guys subscribe, like the videos, and don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss any of our future stuff. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Ho, 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 it's my